Hello, Lila. Hello, Levi. It's Graham. Maybe you didn't recognize me. Look, all my gray hair went bye-byes. What do you think? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? I say thumbs up. Yeah. I'm going to read another story for whenever, ever you listen to it. But I'm trying to put away all these books, you know that, and return them to Marcia, because she's the one who gave me a bunch of Froggy books. So this one is called Froggy Gets Dressed. And I thought, oh, that's a good one. And then I looked closely. Look at the picture. What do you think's going on in that window? Any guesses? Lila, can you guess? Levi? What are those white dots? What do you think they are? Snow! And look what's on Froggy's neck. A scarf. This is about winter. That's the season when it's really cold and snowy, but it's not winter now, right? Do you know what season this is? This is called spring. And after spring comes summer. But it's okay. If it's a really hot day and we're sweating and miserable and uncomfortable, we can listen to this book and look at the snow in the picture and feel a little bit cooler. That's a good idea, huh? So let's see what Froggy's doing. Graham got closer. In this book. Oh, look, it looks like he's tossing up a snowball. Right there. There's a cardinal bird. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. Snow, snow, he sang. I want to play in the snow. There's the snow in the window. Who's that? His mom and dad? Go back to sleep, Froggy, said his mother. Don't you know frogs are supposed to sleep all winter? Wake up when the snow melts. Well, that's right. Frogs aren't really out in the winter, are they? They sleep. I think maybe they're something that hibernates. Do you know that word hibernate? Like bears hibernate in the winter? There's his parents in their bed under a nice quilt. No, no, cried Froggy. I'm awake. I'm awake. I want to go out and play in the snow. So Froggy put on his socks. Zoop. Pulled on his boots. Zup. Put on his hat. Zat. Tied on his scarf. Zwit. Tucked in his mittens. Zum. And flopped outside into the snow. And what's the noise Froggy makes when he walks? Flop, flop, flop. Froggy, called his mother. And what does Froggy always say? What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? What did Froggy forget to put on? Froggy looked down. Oops, cried Froggy. I forgot to put on my pants. He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf. Took off his hat, pulled off his boots. He left his socks on and slipped his pants on. Zip. Then he pulled on his boots, zup, put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow. And what's that noise? Flop, flop, flop. Froggy, called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. Oops, he cried. I forgot to put on my shirt. And your coat, added his mother. He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat. He left his pants, boots, and socks on, and buttoned up his shirt. Zut, zut, zut. Then he snapped on his coat. Zap. Put on his hat. Zat. Tied on his scarf, zwit, tucked on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. See that big word that starts with an F? Froggy, called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Huh, what did Froggy forget to put on? Froggy looked down. He had on his mittens, he had on his scarf, he had on his coat, he had on his shirt, he had on his pants, he had on his boots, he had on his socks. He reached up. Yep, he had on his hat. What could be missing? What could be missing? Graham's gonna peek. Oh, it's so silly. Do you think anything you can think Froggy's missing? Any guesses? Your underwear! Oh my gosh, that's so silly. His mother laughed. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Poop. You think Froggy needs underwear to play in the snow? He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, unzipped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boots, took off his socks. He left his hat on and slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Then he put on one sock. He's got long johns, like long underwear, which Graham would wear too in the snow. I would not be happy if I forgot to put that on. He pulled on one sock, zoop, pulled on one boot, zup, tugged on one mitten, zum, started to tug on the other and let it drop. And he said, I'm too tired. There's his parents still sleeping. His mom's awake, his dad's sleeping. And he went back to sleep. Good night, Froggy. And all of these letters, you know what those letters are? Z's. He's going, that is a silly, silly book. Remember, we call that fiction because it's a made-up silly story about Froggy in the winter putting his clothes on. The end, and that's it until Graham reads you another book. Love you guys.